Hi everyone, I am Jose Rodriguez from SWTORGuideH.com. In this video I will give you 7 tips for having a successful game in Warzones version PvP. First, let's talk a little about Warzones. Warzones are the battlefields where the Republic and the Empire face are play areas based on player versus player combat. Each team consists of 8 players, which are combined into the battle on a strategy of groups and compete against other teams. Each warzone has specific objectives, and the winning team will be the first to complete these goals. When finalizing each warzone, winners and outstanding players receive experience, credits, and medals, among other gifts depending on their contribution to the game. To complete the objectives, first, players of each team must work together and help each other strategically, compensating for their weaknesses with the strengths of the other partners, and complementing their skills, taking advantage of the same way the weaknesses of the opposing team. Basically, a complete strategy game in groups. Now let's turn to the interesting part. Now I will give you the 7 tips that surely will be very helpful and will give you victory in Warzones. Ledges and hazards are the greatest equalizers in Star Wars The Republic. A smart overwatch or vanguard can easily win any 1 vs 1 fight by grappling or harpooning an enemy onto the hotball fire panels before stunning them. Never attack a target with your back to a hazard or a legend, as they can shove you into the hazard or off the legend. So, if you see a power tech or a vanguard near a panel or near an acid pit, try to keep a barricade between you so that, even if they grapple or harpoon you, the barricade will stop your momentum. Second tip: when you ambushing sages, sorcerer, or commandos mercenary in melee range, use any anti-knockback buffs within the first 5 seconds of the fight. These classes have access to AoE knockback abilities, and they tend to panic whenever an enemy is on them, so their first instinct is to immediately use their knockback skills. Once that fails, their second instinct is to stun you, so if you really want to get them, be ready to use your CC Breaker ability. Tip number 3. Power-ups are essential to maximizing your Warzone potential. In every Warzone, there are 3 potential power-ups: damage, healing, or speed or health. The knowing where their power-ups are can let you win 1 vs 1 fight by running to them for a quick heal. Tip number 4. Healing is currently very strong in PvP, especially with tanks being able to mitigate a lot of team damage. If you can heal and you want to win more Warzones, learn to heal, and be sure to push or separate tanks enemies from their healers. Tanks can guard their healers, which significantly reduce the damage the healers take, pushing them apart outranks the guard ability, thereby allowing you to freely DPS the healer. Tip number 5. Line of sight is very well done in Star Wars The Republic, which means you should try not to fight in open space, as this opens you up to all sorts of sniper fire. Instead, fight near pillars or under ledges, so that you can evade sword when possible. Tip number 6. In hotball, avoid throwing all your stone on the enemy carrier if they are in no danger. This builds their resolve and can lead to them being immune to crowd control effects when they make a real push to score the ball. Alternatively, a great strategy as a tank is to get the hot ball, stand under a ledge, and build your resolve by getting stunned. Once your resolve meter is full, jump to an enemy to a ledge and run the ball in without worry of being pushed off or stunned on a fire panel. Finally, the tip number 7. In Alderaan Civil War, the side turrets are the best turrets to have. Once you cap a side turret, your team can take the far left or the far right speeders in order to take a direct path to the turret. If you do not control the side turret, the far left or the far right speeders disappear, forcing you to ride a speeder to the middle of the map before you run to the turret. In other words, holding a side turret means that you can defend and reinforce that turret faster than an enemy team. If the information I just shared with you liked and think that has been helpful to continue acquiring more information to the best and become an expert player in Star Wars The Republic, I will ask you 3 things. First, Saber, one of the best groups that produce guidelines for video games, have developed what I consider one of the best Star Wars The Republic guides, where the players in the Star Wars The Republic world will teach you step by step the foolproof formulates that will allow you to reach the level 50 with any class you choose, the easiest and quietest way that you have ever imagined. So, if you want to enjoy a game with which your hero is the strongest of the group and eliminate a lot of enemies, having a game filled with adrenaline and fun as ever, enter right now to SWTOR and click Save Your Guide. There you will find what you were looking for. In our page, you will also find information that will be much help with the best post. Second, on top of this video, click on subscribe to my channel. So each time I post a new video with valuable information, could let you know and be the first to see it and can apply it in the Star Wars The Republic world. And finally, below this video, click on like and place a comment on the information that I just revealed to you, hoping that this information will allow you to improve your game in Warzones and increase the level of your hero in Star Wars The Republic. Takes leaves, Jose Rodriguez from SWTORGuideH.com.